Hi, I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. Do you use stories in your business, in your marketing, when you're speaking from the platform? If you're not using stories, you should be. Here's why. We all grew up on stories. Our grandparents telling us stories, our parents telling us stories. Think about, what are you more drawn to? Somebody who's telling a story, or somebody who's spewing out a bunch of stats and statistics and graphs and figures and all that? Now, I know that's like the opposite ends of the spectrum, right? But I want you to think about the power of a story. Think about your favorite story when you were a kid. It doesn't matter if it was Jack and the Beanstalk or Jack and Jill or Jack and Diane. It doesn't matter what the story was. When you think about that story, doesn't it bring a smile to your face? Doesn't it like just melt the stress away from your body? I want you to think about stories. I want you to use stories in your emails, stories in your blogs, stories when you speak from the platform. People are mesmerized by stories. We all love a good story. Think about the last time somebody was telling you even an awful story, right? Which is how the media and the news works. But a travel story or something bizarre that happened in a hotel or with a cab driver when their travels or in business or whatever. We're all drawn to the story. If you're at a cocktail party, where's the crowd? The crowd is always around the people who are telling the stories and the best storytellers. It takes practice to be a good storyteller, but I want you to start thinking about how can you take, so let's use a case history for example, or a testimonial. If you're utilizing those kinds of things, how can you turn a case history into a story? I have a few case histories that I use that I've turned into stories, and people are mesmerized by the story, because it takes us back to a place. It's more interesting. So use stories in your marketing, use stories in your business. Everywhere you can think of, instead of talking to people or talking at people, which is a big, big mistake, tell them a story. Tell them a story about you. Tell them a story about a client. Tell them a story about a friend, a sibling, a parent. It doesn't matter, but if you can make things stories, your marketing and your business is going to be a lot more interesting to a lot more people. I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. We'll see you next time.